Hi, welcome back. I would like to thank you for joining us. Please drop me a line. I would love to hear from you. Hit like, hit subscribe, drop me a link in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think about the show, how I've done so far, things you like, things you don't like, things you want to see done differently. Just, like I said, let me know. I'm trying to figure out what you want. So this is the last one I've got today. I kind of set my stuff up to do several reviews at a time. That way I just kind of switch through the figures and kind of sit them off to the side. I'm sure you've noticed on some of them. But today we are going to do the Cobra Island Viper, and I accidentally found Firefly's goggles from earlier when I did his review. I guess he doesn't get his goggles. But so here's the Viper, and the Viper is a pretty good update to the original 86 figure. My only real complaint is the goggles do not sit well on the head. They keep sliding off. I may end up trying to sticky tack them or something on there so that they stay. I don't want to try and force it too much because I've heard of people having issues with them breaking. And then he has this scarf, kind of like Zartan has, that I don't remember the original figure having sculpted, but it's been a while and I haven't dug out my vintage Viper figure in a while. He's got this really cool, super detailed backpack, and it's got more paint apps than any of the backpacks I've seen so far. Doesn't look a lot like the vintage backpack. It's certainly a different shape, but I do like the way that it looks. So I'll keep the backpack. Then he has this weird Nerf Rifle again. Don't like the Nerf Rifle. So I got a 3D printer. I've printed out a couple. You can see that none of them have stayed together particularly well. The grenade launcher and the ammo clip on this one have busted off. The handle on this one popped off on an earlier review when I tried to do this. I still kind of hide it pretty well because you'll still just kind of grab it by the trigger. And you can see that the handle's broken. It looks like he's got the original Viper rifle, which is why I printed them to begin with. I wanted the original Viper rifle. At some point I'm just going to have to reprint them. So he's got those, he's got the red ribbing and the big boots, and he's got the standard articulation, the ball joints, and the swivels of the biceps, and the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, upper thigh swivels, boot cut swivels. The boot cut swivels are a bit stiff. Be careful, heat it up. I don't really use them very much. The ball joints on the ankles, ball joints and pins on the hands. Okay, so the hand armor kind of gets in the way from getting him to bend his wrist back, but you can kind of rotate it down so that you can get a little bit of a swivel on it. I would have normally taken them off because they impede the movement, but I like the way they look. I do wish that they put the red ribbing on the outside of the thigh, and I considered just rotating the thighs around so that they did, but when I do that, it has this giant peg hole on the side. The other one, the outside isn't as noticeable, and then his holster I have to swivel around as well. And it's actually going to be facing the wrong way. But I'll do that just to, give you all an idea as to what it looks like. You could decide whether you want to try and do it with yours. Oh, sorry, apparently I don't know how physics works. There's a surprise. So now his knee is on backwards, but aside from that, you can always pop the knee out. You just kind of pry it open a little bit and boil it to make it flexible. Pry it open, pop the leg out, and switch it around. But I don't know how well it'll work because I don't know how the cut is. It looks fairly uniform, but I am probably mistaken. I'm certainly not an engineer, but I did like the way that the red kind of ribbing looks all the way around down the outside, which is the way I seem to remember the vintage figure being. He's got the double jointed knees. He's got all these cool pouches and pockets all over the grenades. Like I said, the scarf comes off. I like the scarf on him, whereas Zartan's, a lot of the time I don't usually keep the scarf on, but I have been known to trade scarves, so the Zartan ends up with the gray one, and this Viper gets the red one, or the kind of a rust colored one. The Viper's one, the first time I found him was at a toy show in Columbus, and the guy wanted like 95 bucks for him, and wasn't paying that for him. So I eventually found him on Target.com. It was 32 bucks after shipping, because it was 23 bucks and then 10 bucks shipping, or $9.98 or something shipping. But really happy with Viper. Really happy with the way Target stepped up with their exclusives. So I'm not as curious. I'm not as concerned with the upcoming Tiger Force Python Patrol Target exclusives, because they really seem to have stepped up and made their exclusives much more available, which makes collectors happy, and hopefully it will make Target a ton of money, and they'll start carrying more. But thank you for joining me. You have a good day. Bye.